Hi, in this video series, let's take a look into product projection search from commercetools API and how you can use product projection search for your storefront search or your storefront functionality. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to focus on the full text search, and in the next series of videos, we can take a look into each of them, filters and facets and sorting, reference expansion in the upcoming videos. For this, I'm going to use the demo data from the commercetools as sunrise data, and which is available on the open source commercetools sunrise data. And I've already imported this in, and you can see here my project, and I already have my on the merchant center, and I can see my products, so which can save my time to demonstrate product projection search. And along with this, I already have a commercetools Postman collection to demonstrate you. And if you don't know how to set up the commercetools collections in Postman and how to use Postman, I'm gonna link that video link so that you can take a look. And once we understand from commercetools Postman collection, I'm gonna show you how you can use Typescript Sdk to perform a search or full text search using the product projection search. Okay, let's get started. To start with, I have to create a access token. So I'm going to create an access token, and for that I'm going to select my environment. My environment is my Untitled Sunrise data project, and which is basically my current project. And I'm going to get my access token. I got my access token. Now I can search for products. So there is a products, product discounts, product projections. So I'm interested in product projections, but along with that I'm interested in search. Okay, so there is a search products by post, search products by get. Because I'm not performing any update, so I'm just getting the search results. So I'm gonna test with the search products by get. So we could see here there are some query parameters already available, so I don't need this. The query parameters, I can use them, all of them. And if you look at the product projection search, I'm gonna select full text search here. But before that, you can see here the project key, product projections, and search endpoint. And we can see the same here, product projection search. So this is the same endpoint, so I'm on the right endpoint. So if I take a look into the full text search, and you see here, full text search, the text.language. commercetools allows you can define your products and your resources in multiple languages. So my project supports two languages, English and German, and you can configure or you can check your language supported. Here you see English and German languages supported here, and I can specify the language so that I can narrow down my query. My query search query item is which language I want to search for. Query parameter performance, the full text search, and it can searchable fields. What all searchable fields? So it can search on a name, description, slug, SKU, search keywords. And if you look at the products product list, let me take one of the product. This is a name, product description, and let's see what all it can search on slug, SKU, search keywords. There are some keywords if you want to add. You can add a keywords, or you can also search for the slug, or you can also search for SKU. So all these are possible. Let's take a look. To start with this, I'm gonna copy this name and I'm gonna use this text.len language. So I'm interested in query parameter, so I'm gonna pass a query parameter, which is, I'm gonna add a new one, which is text. In my case, I wanna search for English, and the value is Bag Hogan Brown. Let's see what I'm gonna get. So I got 20. By default the limit is 20, and I got total results of 687, and results are here. I can check the results. I can also limit it here. I don't want to see so many results. I can limit only one. And you can see here, I got, now the count is 1, even though the total results are 687, so it got only 1. So we saw that name is working fine, but let's see if it works for SKU, if I'm able to get it for SKU. I'm gonna search for SKU. I'm gonna enter the SKU value. I'm gonna send if I'm gonna get this value. You see here, now the total result is only 1 because the SKU is unique. It's a stock keeping unit. It's unique, so it's still able to get the result, and it's working fine. And we can also see what about slug description. Let's take a look, and I will go back to slug. I can also search for slug. In this, I'm gonna search for this. Again, I get, out of 1, I get different search results, and there are other possibilities, descriptions and search keywords. I can also search here. Moving on to the details. Yeah, the other important thing is fuzzy search. Let's take a fuzzy search, and then we can go into the talking about in the code how you can use a TypeScript SDK. So I'm gonna use fuzzy, and what can I pass? The fuzzy query parameter true. So I can make this true. Or let's see, before I show fuzzy, I wanna show you what happens if I press some random content. Will I get results or not? Let's see. You see here, now I entered some random text. My search results are empty. So let's see, let's get back to this basics, and I'm gonna put this search query again, and instead I'm gonna make this typo, and I'm gonna make this fuzzy. Or first, let's see if I'm gonna get this results. I guess I'm gonna get this, but let me make it even narrow. Let's see if I can get it. It's 0. Now you see here, it's not able to find it, but now I'm gonna make this fuzzy. And let's see if I can get this. You see here, now it's able to identify, and I'm able to get this. See here, now it able to identify my typo, and that's the advantage of using fuzzy search. Okay, we saw all the things which are working on Postman collection, but let's dive into how it works on using TypeScript SDK. For this, I'm gonna use my guide to run this product projection search using TypeScript SDK. Let's open the SDK guide. So I'm going to open my source, TypeScript SDK, product projection search. I'm going to open this product projection search guide. So we're going to follow this step by step and create an API client. And create an API client and use the following steps to trial account. I already have an account. And import commercetools sunrise data. So I already have a sunrise data, so I don't have to do this, but I'm going to create this API client. We're going to use this client credentials. I'm going to do developer settings. I go here, and I'm going to make this admin client. Demo TS API client. So I'm going to create this API client, and now I have environment variables with .env. I can download it, but I can also copy them. But let's follow the link. So it says just go to the empty directory, but I already have an empty directory, and I'm gonna run this command. I'm gonna copy it, and of course I have to omit the $sign. I just have to type it here. And it's going to create my package.json. It has my package.json, and I have to install all the dependency, and it is going to be clear, and I'm downloading this commercetools SDK client, commercetools SDK middleware auth, commercetools SDK middleware HTTP, commercetools TypeScript SDK. So all these dependencies are required to run our TypeScript or JavaScript SDK example, and create a new file called product projection search.js. So okay, so I can also create new file, and I'm going to put this capital, so it's created here. And add the following code. So I'm going to copy this code. I'm going to copy this code, and I'm going to copy this code, and I'm also going to make some changes here, so it's pointing to the right. Okay, so these things are getting it from process.env file, but I'm going to create the .env file here, touch.env. So I'm going to get this .env. What I'm going to do is I already have this API client, so I'm going to copy this API client here. I'm going to paste it here. So it should be fine. And the next step is, it says try to run this. If it is working fine, I should get this message. So let's see if it works. Okay, I get an error, cannot read module, module not found, getting started product projection search, something is wrong. Let's see what's happening here. Loader, throw an error, module not found, require stack. CDP project key. Okay. Okay, so I'm not gonna run this. I'm gonna run node product. I'm gonna see this. Yeah, I get this message. So we are good to go. Now, moving on to the next step, it says product projection search using TypeScript SDK. Reopen product projection search file, and I'm gonna add this code snippet. I'm going to explain what it is. Okay, so it's an asynchronous function, and we are trying to perform this, and we're gonna catch if there isn't any error. So what's happening here is this is a API root with project key, and I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna comment this section. I'm gonna show you what it's actually doing so that we can explain you clearly. API root, and we're gonna follow this project key. This is only possible with the Typescript Sdk, because we get this API root, which is created by create API builder from CDP client, and which is coming from the commercetools Typescript Sdk. And we create this client using the auth middleware and HTTP middleware, which is dependencies. We already added this to the project. Okay, now I can now go here and I can enter, I can say product projections, but I want to make search operation, and next I want to pass some parameters. I can pass some parameters. See, as this is a TypeScript SDK, so it's giving me already a hint what I can pass. So I have to pass this object, and with this object I can just press Control space, I can get an option, query arguments. So I can pass this query arguments, and let me try to pass, I don't see any text, so I'm gonna pass this query argument, which is my text.en, because I want to pass the language. I want to search my term using that, and we're gonna use this. I'm gonna copy this for now, and we're gonna copy this search, and basically once we are good, and we can just execute it. And after the execution, we want to track this, but I'm going to copy this code from here so that I can save my time and typing them. It's basically handling the response, and if it's any error, so log the error. So this is an error. If everything goes well, we get this result. So I can just remove this code snippet. Okay, now let's try to run this. So I'm going to clear. I'm going to run this again. So if everything goes well, I should see this product projection search results with data, and let's see what it is. And okay, project key is not defined. Okay, the project key is not defined, so it's a project key. So it's a product key. It's not a product key, it's a project key. Project key is defined. So I'm going to clear this. I'm going to make it call again. Product key is not defined. So I might have used in some place where it's called project key. It's a project key. And now it looks good. It should be it. It's, yes, now we get a status code 200, and we get, by default, we get a limit of 220. 20 is the limit, and we get a count of 20, and offset is 0, and we get a result of 687. Let's see if it's working fine. I'm gonna comment this. Just to check it out if it's really working. I'm gonna pass some random text. Let's see if what I get, if it's really working fine. See, you see here now I get a total of 0, offset is 0, and count, and it's a limit of 20. I can add a, so it's working fine, so I can remove this. And now I can also add some limit. You see here, you can also press Control space, and you can see which all options you can pass. And now we're gonna use a limit. And current by default is 20 is the limit, so we can make it as 10 as a limit, and you can say offset, it's also optional, and you can say 5th search result. You are not interested in 5th search results. Starting from 5th, you get the results. So let's see, Now we get 10 results because we set the limit to 10 and the offset is 5. The count is 10. And now I'm going to show you the fuzzy search, how to enable the fuzzy. So you can see here I can enable fuzzy. By default it's false. I can enable true, and now I can make suggestions just like how I did it on my Postman collection. I'm gonna replace this. Let's see what it returns. It still returns, and now you see here the search results is 50. And let me comment this fuzzy search. What's the advantage or what's the not advantage? So it's kind of typos. It's able to identify the typos. Now you see what happens. You see, without fuzzy, you get total of 0. I hope this gives you a good overview of product projection search, basically the full text search, and also a little bit example of fuzzy using Typescript Sdk. And we saw the example in Postman collection, and hopefully it gives you more information. But let's continue the remaining parts, the filter, facets, and sorting and reference expansions in the next videos. Thank you.